Testing. Hey, can you guys hear me? Well, that was a great way to start the stream. Do we have audio? I don't know, I don't do anything with the software. It's not like I'm fiddling with it during the week. I fired it up, and for some reason, it's decided to choose a different mic source. So, I don't know, weird. Hang on, guys. I gotta let Doggo. Gotta set Doggo up. Such a pain in the butt. You know that. Get up here. Up. Sit. Sit. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't. I haven't run the Ranger yet today, so. Oh well. We'll see how this goes. Okay. Let's get back to chat here. I apologize, folks, for those of you hanging out, wondering what is this old guy up to. I've missed a bunch of chat here. I hope everybody's doing well. I see a whole lot of names that I recognize. The usual crowd is in. Thank you, guys and gals, for popping in. I do appreciate it. I'm just scrolling a little bit back on chat here to see if I missed anything. Who's he? Kevin's here, nice and early, nice and prompt, Kevin. Mr. Gas, good day to you, sir. John of Grid Garage is here. Who else we got? Family Plan is in the house. Thank you, sir. Who else? Miss Racy speaks. Hello, OGW. Well, hello, Miss Racy. Welcome. Okay, we got through the sound issues there. John of Grid Garage. Jim, greetings, sir. Good to see you. Thanks for joining in today. We got through the little technical issue we had in the beginning. Who else we got? We got Natal here. Good evening. I see a little... I can actually read the text, guys. I took your advice and changed the text size in the actual Windows settings. I can't remember who suggested that. I don't know why I waited so long, because I can finally look at this text without squinting. So it's definitely old man sized. Easier on the eyes. Yeah, everybody listen to Tomahawk, by the way. Hit those thumbs up. I appreciate it. Okay, so who else we got here? Jim, old man under pressure, no problem. Yeah, was it that obvious that I was under pressure? It's funny, I immediately started sweating, and I felt like I was blushing when the audio wasn't working. The song comes to mind, Under Pressure. Who was that? Queen or somebody? I don't know. Family Plan, hot day, 90 degrees. Yeah, that is getting up there. Family Plan. I've got currently the battery on my little temp device here is failing, so it's very faint. I've got 88 degrees. Could be an 89. 88 degrees outside and 87 degrees inside. Clearly, I don't have the air conditioning unit on. Anyways. Yeah, so I hope everybody has had a good weekend so far. I know for you folks on the East Coast, it is a little later for you. So I appreciate you spending your Sunday evening listening to me yabber on. I know Sundays are busy for a lot of people. You get through your weekend, you've had a lot of fun, and now you got to start thinking about Monday and getting everything, all your ducks in a row. So I appreciate you folks out on the East Coast there. Of course, for a lot of us here on the West Coast, the sun is still shining. Some of us are probably outside taking care of things like chickens. Just before I started the stream, I heard a bit of a kerfuffle outside, and I went outside and noticed that there were 6 quail running around the chicken run area. Somehow I'd left the door open. Well, not somehow. I left the quail door open when I was in there earlier on looking for eggs, scouring for quail eggs. And so leaving that door open, a few of them escaped and were very confused running around the big raptors outside in the chicken run. So I had to... family plan, Boomer Pro Move, giant text settings selected. You're sweating it because there's 87 in there. Yeah. Hey, family plan, I'm just going to remind you, I'm not a boomer, sir. Okay, it's Generation X. Like it really matters. I don't buy too much into this, you know, there is some truth to certain generations behaving or having certain viewpoints. I can't deny that. But I hear way too often the boomer meme and people complaining about boomers. You know, I recognize there may be some problems there, like there is in every generation. But for the most part, I steer clear. Thank you, family plan. Pro mover. Miss Racy speaks 83 degrees here and had a horrible storms yesterday. So does that mean it's a little humid there with all the moisture on the ground, and then you get hit with heat? It tends to get a little humid. Mr. Gas, 83 in South Carolina. Nice. Yeah, I think you guys are a little more humid down there than we are up here in this region of the country. John Off-Grid Garage, ZZ Top. What, did ZZ Top do a version of that? Under Pressure? I actually, yeah. Back in the day, I remember a friend of mine working on a big yacht that was chartered by the band members of ZZ Top, and they had some interesting stories about. This is way back, guys, but they had some interesting stories about some of the things that went on board during that charter. Anyways, Tomahawk Gen X here, yeah. Gen X, yeah, that was a good time. I mean, there is, you know, I hear the argument made that, you know, the 80s were great, so much better than today, and which I'll agree with, but the 80s had its own set of problems for sure. A lot of what we're dealing with now in media and in culture in the West, a lot of it started to get brewed in the 80s. Anyways, I digress. What do I know? Yeah, we were talking about the weather. John Grid earlier, gotcha. Mr. Racy speaks very humid here, hundreds without grid power, and even took out the internet in our area. Wow, I was not aware of this. Of course, I'm not aware of a lot of what's going on, and I'm way too aware of things that are going on at the same time. Anyways. Almost 24 hours, no internet for us. Oh no, no internet. The world must have stopped. I know we've got so dependent on internet. I mean, even me up here, it's been a couple years now with Starlink, and I'm gonna be absolutely honest with you guys. I don't get as much done as I used to when I didn't have internet. True story, guys. I confess up. I confess up to that. I got so much more done without internet. But it is a good help, and I obviously couldn't be doing this without it. Did I miss any chats over there? And how is the audio, by the way, guys? Is this mic a decent distance away? Is it too loud, or is it okay? Let me know. I think I may have adjusted some settings with the mic, so let me know if we're not peaking. There's no crackling or anything weird going on with audio. It's kind of annoying that these settings just magically change and another mic source was chosen without me even using the software. Good audio. Thank you, Family Plan. Audio is good. Miss Racy, mic is perfect. Well, awesome. Thank you. The last bits of money I spent on anything that was kind of a, what shall we call it, a luxury spend was this mic and camera. It's been all downhill since then. So the mic is was cost a little more than what I would have typically spent on a normal mic, but it seems to do a good job, and audio quality seems to be good. Okay. Anyways, guys, I know that actually here's a question for you. Let's start it this way. Who hasn't watched the latest video that I made about hammock camping? Who hasn't? Or just let me know in chat, yes, we watched, or no, I haven't watched it. Because I know there may be a couple of you that watched the latest video I put out. It's actually been a long time since I even put out a video. But I have a longer version of the video. When I edited that video, by the time I was done, it was 50 minutes long. And that was me trying to cut as much out of that video as possible. And so in order for me to, you know, be realistic about posting it to YouTube and putting it on the channel, I had to cut it significantly. And I cut the video down to about 22 minutes. So we went from 50 minutes to 22 minutes, which means I cut a lot of video out of it. A lot. It was a hack and slash. It was also one of those 3 a.m. mornings where I was still up trying to edit that video. So in the end, I was just like, delete, remove. And we finally got it down to a digestible size. So the reason why I bring this up, what have we got? Oh, we got a whole bunch of yeses. No. Okay, Miss Racy. You won't have to watch it off the stream because, and I apologize, guys. Oh no, a lot of people seem to have watched the video. The mama bear and her 2 cubs, yeah. And push-ups. Wait, hang on, Mr. Gasgas. There were no push-ups in the last video, by the way. In the hammock video, the most recent video, there were no push-ups. I didn't want to bore you guys, but or make myself look like a complete idiot. So what I didn't have much content or other content other than that video. So I thought what we would do, and I apologize to those of you who have watched the video, but I'm going to play what I'm calling the director's cut of that video for the stream today. So that's what I'm going to be playing. And I'm going to be here chatting about the video or answering questions, or if you guys want to talk about something else while we watch, that's fine too. But I wasn't able to drum up any other content this week other than that video. But I think you'll find some of what I talk about in some of the cut scenes that didn't make it to the YouTube video. Some of the stuff I talk about, you know, is a little more me blabbing along in the video and talking a little more scenery and some of my ideas on things. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully you guys who watched it already may find some new stuff, or you will see some new stuff in the director's cut. John off Grid Garage, no, been trying to get a car fixed. I appreciate that. Some things are infinitely more important than watching some guy on YouTube. Family Plan, this is the version the studios wouldn't let him release. Yeah, this is the is definitely me talking about some things that may not be ideal for YouTube general public. Nothing extreme though. Is this video freezing up for anyone else? Yeah, what's the video quality like? I did just get a notice that I may have dropped connection for a second or two, so hopefully things aren't too crazy. I'm a little concerned, you know, it's warm in here, and my computer that I built, the desktop laser rocket ship that I built, is extremely power hungry, and let's just say it produces quite a bit of heat. So with the ambient temperature being as high as it is, and the amount of heat that the computer produces on its own, we could have a meltdown situation. It's freezing up a little bit. Oh no. Buffering and audio drops. Oh boy. Kevin, cutting in and out, but only a couple times. Oh, I wonder what's going on. I don't think it's been this bad in the past. I'm looking at oh yeah, we're definitely having some problems of some sort. Well, let's see. Yeah. I'm looking at some data from YouTube here on the quality of the stream, and yeah. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Oh no. I'm not sure what to do. I guess something's out of my control, guys. You know, being on satellite, and I'm not sure if the temperature has something to do with it. Like I explained, the computer is probably running very hot right now. Now we're back to excellent quality. Might be the weather or something. Yeah, well, I mean, it is Starlink, so, you know, maybe Mr. Elon Musk is shutting things down, or maybe he's being shut down. No, the entertainment we are having to witness nowadays, folks. Okay, so I don't want to bore you guys much longer. Hopefully the stream clears up. I'm going to fire up the video, and if any of you are on the sidelines and you're new to the stream, what we typically do is I play a video of some sort, and everybody is encouraged to comment on it. I like constructive criticism. I'm a big boy, and Ranger's a big boy too. You know, we can take constructive criticism. So if you have any questions or anything you want to say about it, feel free. I'll be answering any good questions in chat while we watch. So let's dig this thing up and see if we can find it. Might be weather or something. John of Garage could be. It's not worth worrying about. Yeah, I can't. Out of my control, Mr. Gas. Starlink got hot. Yeah. Grok is grumpy. Kevin, started Saturday morning G2 class. Not sure what that is. If that's directed at me, Kevin. Not sure. G2 class? Yeah. It's all burning down, guys. Okay, let's start this here video, and hopefully you guys get something out of it. Thanks so much for hanging out with me and Ranger. Ranger's on the bed, or on the bunk here with me, and he's panting pretty good right now. Okay, let's go. Oh, there is a little something new in the beginning here. There's like 4 or 5 minutes in the beginning of this video that's specifically for you guys. Enjoy. Let's go, buddy. Back on the road. Well, greetings and salutations, guys and girls. It's me, the off-grid warrior and ranger, hauling up some goods. We've got the important stuff in the back: toilet paper and gasoline. Don't ask me what I'm doing with the two of those. Don't worry, I don't use them together. We got hen crumble and 3 bags of groceries for myself. I don't know about you guys, but going into town and grocery shopping is just depressing. Seems like I always spend 150 bucks and leave with four miserable little bags of groceries. The most exotic thing I got was organic milk, full cream. 2 gallons though. I did get 2 gallons. That's a lot, but it's the one luxury, guys. But Range and I are heading home. I've got a broken foot peg on the quad too. We can't see it right now. Maybe. So we have to be super careful. If it's not one thing, it's another. Anyways, Ranger and I are getting ready for a camp out. We're gonna head out tomorrow on foot and just go. I haven't decided whether we're going up or whether we're going down, but I might, I don't know, we have options, we'll see. But I needed to get all the hens and quail sorted. And I just want to thank you folks who were able to, well, quite frankly, supporting me, and were able to donate on the last live stream. It's only because of you guys that I'm able to even get gas, food for the critters, and some for myself. So I just want to thank you guys who helped out. But tomorrow we're gonna bust out of here and go get some fresh air. Getting home now, I know, looks dodgy, doesn't it? Anyways, hopefully you guys are having a good week. Take it easy. Cheers. Well, greetings, salutations, guys and girls. It's Ranger up ahead. He's taking the lead today, and me dragging in the rear. It's a beautiful day to be, hoofing it up a mountain. We've done about, I don't know, a couple miles. The van is down at the bottom, and we're taking this, well, let's say we're taking part of this roadway up today. We're shooting for the other side of that there mountain, guys. We're somewhere around the top of that mountain. We've got about 8.6 9 miles to get up there, and we're probably going to be doing about, I don't know, 50% of this little trip is going to be on the roadway, and the other half of it we're going to attempt a shortcut up this mountain. We're going to zigzag up and catch this roadway further up. Of course, there's all kind of critters up here. All the big North American forest friends are up here. Most importantly, this time of the year, it's tick season. Ranger! Hey! Ranger! Oh, there he is. Buddy, come on now. You gotta keep a short leash on this one. He's got a nose, and his nose is his boss. Anyways, I forgot what I was saying, but yeah. Oh, it's tick season, gents. So I pulled off 2 ticks yesterday on my neck over here. Well, one was on my neck, and then earlier on the day on my arm. And Doggo's had a few ticks, so it's that time of the year here. The enemy is the tick. So Ready, Ranger? Yonder. Well, we're still motoring along here, making good use of deer trails. No bear poop or wolf poop or coyote scat so far. I'm surprised, expecting to see a lot more. Mainly deer, elk. Oh, wait a second. What do I see over there? Yonder. I believe I see roadway, gents. Okay. You guys can see that just above my finger over there. There. I believe that's roadway, so okay. Got some decisions to make. Do we bundu bash through here and make our way up there, hitting the roadway up there? Do we shoot for that, or try and find, hey buddy, try and find roadway somewhere up here? I'm going for let's go full mode through here, guys. Let's I'll just get a compass bearing over here. We got a trusty compass here, gents. We want to take a bearing on our roadway over there and figure out where we're at. Let things settle a bit. Just making sure we know where we're at, guys, and which way we're gonna go. Pretty much due west. What do you say, Ranger? Let's go. Still looking for roadway. I feel like we should be getting close. Could it be up here? Could it be? It's been a nice little grind coming up here. It's pretty much been our route right there. No ticks spotted yet. Oh, is this roadway? Do we have roadway? Oh. I see some ribbons. Maybe somebody's having a birthday party today. Fun times. These will be survey ribbons. Surveying property, forestry lines, etc. Got to be roadway. Got to be hitting it soon, gents. Okay, little critter pathway. What we got here? I'm feeling roadway, gents. I'm feeling like a roadway. I think we're there. Ah. Okay. What do you know? Nice. Okay. I think it's calls for a celebration, gents. How you doing, Ranger? Sorry, this is for me. Come on, buddy. Sit down, bud. Sit. Sit. Good boy. Well, I guess we gotta get the show back on the road. It's bright out here. Okay, break's over, gents. It's time to do the boogaloo. Head up on this trail. Or roadway, who am I kidding? This ain't no trail. Okay, gents. We got a ways to go. And I guess we better get going. Alright. Onwards. That's a mountain we got to get over, just to the other side. Oh, this is easy now. We're gonna fire up reserve engine and get going. What do you say, Ranger? Ranger agrees. Well, this blocks somebody's pathway, not mine. Okay. Well, we've made it, and definitely feeling the grind, gentlemen. And definitely the body's like nice and toasty. We made it to the pearly gates right here. Well, not quite. As you can see, earlier, the beginning of this video, guys, I mentioned that you know, there was a straight line up here that we could do. And this is what we would have had to navigate if we took the straight line up here, guys. Sometimes the direct line is not always the best route. I don't think that would have been a pleasurable trip up here. I mean, doable, guys, but if I wanted to add 2, maybe 3 hours onto this journey, I would have taken the direct line. So we are where we're supposed to be. Road splits here, and then they parallel, and both of these roadways appear to just dead end. So, according to the map, so the plan was to perhaps just get around here and find a camp spot somewhere up here. See if we can maybe find a decent view for the evening. Something inspiring, not just for you, but you know, me. Had to swallow a bug. Come on, this way. Maybe we'll head a little further up there. See things bump up. Maybe we can get a view. Of course, still paying attention to the ground. Are there any tracks I should be concerned about? There's very few trail deer or elk trail up here. I mean, there's here and there, but I'd expect a nice spot like this that opens up with all this lovely green grass. I expect there to be a few more trails than what I'm seeing. There's one, rangers on it. Oh yeah, I spoke too soon. This is appears to be well traveled. I'm not sure how much further I want to be heading up this mountain. I'm not going to be able to crest it today, and I really need to think about getting our overnight camp spot set up. What do you say, Ranger? I think I found the spot. Looks like that tree and that tree have my name on it, or on them. I think I'm ready to string up the old hammock. What do you guys say? We've got a nice view. There is one little problem here. You know, jumping out the hammock in an emergency when you're on a slope is never ideal. I would advise flat ground under the hammock, but you know, sometimes I follow my advice and other times I don't. Hopefully I don't regret this. Okay. We'll do a bit of tweaking. Make sure the good shit lollipop is all level and stable. We'll clear the ground of any trip hazards. Not to mention the, downward slope hazard. We'll just pretend that's not there. I mean, if I have to get out in a hurry, and I can literally just roll down the mountain if need be, so it's all good. Good boy. The old bedding, sleeping bag. I've had this sleeping bag for, I don't know, 8 years, 10 years, somewhere around there. The old Marmot. The cozy old Marmot. So what I'm doing here is I'm picking off the old dried dead lichen, and this will start a fire pretty fast from a ferro rod. We're essentially making a little nest like this. I'll probably put a little bit more, and then we'll start striking at it with the ferro rod. I'm going to keep this fire as small as possible. Oh, hopefully we don't lose the camera in the fire here. That would be horrible. There we go. Oh, we gotta get the little stuff up here. Start building a teepee. Poor Ranger's not happy he can't be part of the fun. Sorry buddy, we got to keep you tied up right now. You know, can't be worrying about where Ranger is all night long, so unfortunately at this point we need to keep him keep him tied up. Well, folks, yep, I'm doing the lazy man boil tonight. I could have cut down some branches and built a little stand or tripod here and hung my little boil cup above the flames, but yeah, feeling lazy. It's called the lazy boy boil, LBB. We're gonna keep a little fire going and have some chow soon. I'm ready just to sit down in that hammock and just swing in the breeze with some chow in my stomach. It's gonna be good. Well, Ranger's helping with the sticks. Thanks, buddy. You're doing a great job. Keep it up. Make sure we got everything we need. Look at that. Oh yeah. I'll take it. Right now, I'll eat anything. We're just guesstimating. I probably put too much in here. I did put too much in here. Oh well. I guess we'll have a soup casserole. Buddy, I put too much water in there. I think you're supposed to just put a cup, 8 ounces. That was more like 12 or 14. Oh well. It's gonna taste great no matter what. I'm sure of it. No, you can't eat that. No. Shame. I think Ranger's hungry. Let's get his food rolling. Oh, Ranger. No, move back. I know you're hungry, buddy. Nope. Oh. Ranger's even gonna get some of this deliciousness. Oh yeah, looks so good. Just a little bit of that in his food. Make sure he gobbles it up. Sure he is. Oh buddy, you're gonna have a nice one tonight. Oh yeah. Ready? Ready? Oh yeah. Finally I get to hunker down in the hammock. Gents, this is living right here. The moon, we got a little bit of a not full moon yet, but you know, it's on its way. It's over half at least. What do you say, Ranger? We go for a quick recon around the hood, make sure all is good before we go night night. Okay, let's go. We're gonna do a little loop around the campsite. You know, take one last little look and sniff. That's your job, buddy. And then we're gonna be coming back here and settling down for the evening.
Well, we're still doing a little recon around our hood, making sure we're not sitting on, you know, a den of forest critters or something like that. This is the one time where having a dog with a nose comes in handy. Hammock should be somewhere over there, and I'm liking the area. Haven't seen any signs of is that ranger? Haven't seen any signs of bear scat or any other four-legged predators. Nothing obvious, at least. It's been a long day. I'm airing out the feet. You know, we got the boots off for now and doing some rehab after the day. Of course, when I get back in the hammock, I'll have my boots on. I know, some of you are saying, what is he talking about? When I'm backcountry like this, I don't go to sleep without my boots on. I don't like to make speedy exits barefoot, especially when it might involve rolling down a mountain. Now, I've learned over the years, getting up in the evening and having to, you know, be in a hurry. Putting on your boots is the last thing you want to do. And running over terrain when it's dark barefoot is, not pleasant. Ah, man, this feels good. Well, welcome to my cozy cocoon. Yes, I'm booted up. You guys know why. I also have my vest on. You guys know why. And not in my sleeping bag. I try, I don't get in my sleeping bag. If I get cold, I'll unzip the sleeping bag and spread it over my body. Up until that point, I just keep it where it is. Quite warm and toasty right now. I'm sure I'll get up at some point in the evening and be cold and we'll spread it out. But for now, I'm pretty warm. I'm not sure. Hopefully you guys can see this. It is getting dark. Always have questions on my vest and what's inside the vest. And also, you know, what do I think about when I'm out here? And I'm hanging like a juicy fruit out in the backcountry. Well, I typically always find myself thinking about Huh. I didn't tell anybody where I was going, or nobody knows I'm even up here. I didn't tell anyone of my plans. That's usually what I think about when I get up here and I'm hanging and it's getting dark. So don't do like me, gentlemen. Tell somebody where you're going. Tell somebody what your plans are if you're doing a backcountry solo. Don't be an idiot like me. What's in the vest? Well, 2 lighters. I usually have 4 or 5 lighters around with me. There's a couple in the backpack, usually one in my pocket and a couple in my jacket. I mean, lighters are cheap. You never know. Sometimes I find if they're in your bag for too long or spend multiple years, you go to use them and for some reason they don't work anymore. So every now and again I'll buy a handful of lighters and spread the joy around. We have I have 2 gel packs. They energy gel, something you kind of little packs this size, and you squeeze them in your mouth. Basically, they a lot of sugar, caffeine, and a few other chemicals that give you a little booster. They're in there just for emergency, worst case scenario. If I find myself having to crawl down a mountain with no energy, I have something. What else do I have? 2 lighters, 2 gel packs. I have some wire, about 4 foot of wire. I have about 10 foot of paracord, 10-12 foot of paracord. I have a knife. I have a knife sharpener. I have a compass. I have a fire starter, a ferro rod. Just a few basics. And of course the loadout changes depending on the season. Winter, I'll probably have even more lighters around. But yeah, depending on what I'm doing, what the trip may or may not involve, the loadout changes. I do have a spare magazine for the El Pistoli. My headlamps, when I'm in the hammock, as you can see, I have one on my head. It's fairly loose. Occasionally it gets knocked off. I have woken up before in a hurry trying to find my light. Where's my light? And it's not there. And then of course it's pitch dark, you can't find it. So I put my second light, I take it out of the vest and I hang it right here. So if I need to grab a light and not fumble for one in a hurry, I know my second headlamp is over here. So that's typically how I'm geared up in the hammock. The vest is not uncomfortable. I know it may look uncomfortable, but when you use a vest often and you operate a lot with a vest, it just becomes an extension of your body, like a backpack of sorts. I barely notice it even on. It's a non-issue. So I'm pretty comfortable with it on. Doesn't bother me at all. I don't feel uncomfortable. I have a feeling it's going to be a long night. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 merrily. Life is but a dream. Well, top of the morning to you folks. Yep, we made it through the evening. It was an interesting evening, let's just say. If I got 3 hours sleep, I think that would be the maximum amount of sleep that I got. Ranger was kept busy most of the evening. A lot of growling. There were a couple times where I was a little concerned with what was nearby, just going on how Ranger was growling, the intensity of his growl. And there was some barking. I did hear something moving through the woods at one point when I was woke. I'm guessing elk, more than likely, just by the sounds of things. After that, I was up for about half an hour, 40 minutes. It was difficult to get back to sleep. But I'd say the best sleep happened after we started to get some light in the sky. Ranger seemed to settle down, and you know, I settled down too. So I don't know. Let's. Oh, hey, buddy. How's it going? Oh man, the mosquitoes are out, eh? Hi, buddy. Oh yeah, we had a good night, didn't we? Oh yeah. You ready to go, huh? Me too. Well, let's get the periscope up. Anything going on, guys? I think we'll get the sweater off, since we'll be sweating pretty soon over here. It's not too cold. There's a slight bit of a chill in the air. Nothing too extreme though. We've got a full pack. Leave anything around the campfire. It's oh, definitely out. No heat there. Okay, so it's been fun. Campsite, but it's time to go. Let's make our way through the hood and begin this journey downhill, folks. What do you say, Ranger? Are you excited? Oh boy, the nose is going. We're onto the deer trail. Here's Ranger. Hey, Ranger.
Okay. We should make some good time today, since it's all downhill from here. Okay, here we go. Nice. Okay. Well, folks, I think from this point on it might be a little bit boring, since we're going to be walking most of this along a roadway. To shortcut or not to shortcut? Not to shortcut. Keeping it easy today. And I think on that note, guys, I don't want to bore you anymore. I think we're just going to make our way down this mountain and call it a video. So thanks for hanging out. And Ranger and I will see you next time, somewhere out in the boonies. Cheers. Well, guys, I was just cruising down the roadway here, and I happened to spot something out of the corner of my eye. Just something moving up a tree, and well, it's a mama bear and 2 cubs. Unfortunately, you guys are not going to be able to see this on the old action cam here. It doesn't have a zoom, I don't believe. So I think what we'll do is I'm going to switch to my camera over here, which does have a zoom, and we can see if we could perhaps zoom in onto mama and her 2 cubs. I don't want to hang around for too long. I've got Ranger tied off on a tree, so let's see what we can get. Oh, whoops. I didn't put the bear edits in in that video, guys, but you can see it in the YouTube video, right? I promise they're there. Those of you who saw the bear clip, back me up, all right? Yeah, I forgot that I did not put that phone clip into the streaming edit, so I apologize, guys. If you want to see the bears, they are just watch my clip, hammocks and bears, all right? And you will see the bears. I apologize. I feel like a goofball, but yeah, I forgot to put that edit in. I promise you, they're there. Anyways. I felt like that was anticlimactic. Kevin, peak of excitement and the director cut it out, lol. Kevin, you said you watched the video, right? So you have seen the bears though, right? I need you guys to at least tell the handful that may be in the chat here that don't believe me now. The bears do exist. You can see them in my hammock and bears video. Any places to fish get you some free food? Yeah. Yeah, John off grid. I've got some great fishing areas, fishing spots in the area. I've been wanting to pick up a fishing license. You know, let's just say there may or may not have been days in my past where fishing licenses weren't really a thing. But of course, nowadays that I do everything above board, you know, that fact coupled with we have a very adventurous and young and active ranger, parks and wildlife ranger in this area, and he has quite a reputation. So he's been known to wait and hide and sit in bushes with binoculars. So I need to do everything above board, but let's just say I've been wanting to get a fishing license, but as the money has rolled in, it's gone towards things like gasoline and food. So I'm holding out for the ability to go get a fishing license. Anyways, but yeah, there's great fishing around here, and yeah, hopefully we can make it happen soon. Miss Racy speaks. I saw Mama Bear. That was awesome. Thank you, Miss Racy. The clip does exist. Mr. Gas, 3 bears all up in a tree. Yep. Jason Allen, greetings. I could zoom in on the bears in the video and see them fine. Oh, okay. Your eyes are way better than mine. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I actually caught them, the 3 of them, running up the tree. The kids were ahead of Mama. She let them get in front of her, and they darted up pretty high. And Mama Bear kind of closed the gate behind them, so to speak. And she, you couldn't hear it in the video, but she was actually growling. It was like a low tone growl, as bears do. It's kind of hard to describe, but very low tone, letting me know that she was irritated. So that's why I didn't hang out too much and do the tourist thing, trying to you know, get as close as I can, because I could tell she was already perturbed. I'm really lucky that I was able to grab a ranger when I did. As I spotted the movement out of the corner of my eyes and turned my head, ranger just happened to be next to me at that point. Quite often he's either ahead or behind me. Most of the time he's ahead of me. So it worked out really well. I was able to grab his collar and get him across the road and somewhat down the bank onto a tree. And then I walked back up to see if I could get any footage, but you know, I'm not going to endanger myself or put myself in a bad spot just so you know, so I can get footage. Now, we've heard about the lunatics out there that I mean, some of them are pretty sad. These influencers and TikTokers standing on the edge of cliffs trying to get their selfies, and then they end up falling off. So I don't have any plans to do anything like that. It's not worth it. I'm going to try and add some light to the scene here, folks. Looking a little dark, the camera. Yeah, there we go. Somewhere around there. Anyways, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Tomahawk, thumbs up for OGW. Thank you. Thank you, Tomahawk. Appreciate it. Yeah, you know, it's been interesting. I haven't been very prolific on YouTube as far as videos go. And you know, back in the day, I'd put out a video and very quickly I'd get views, and in no time there would be, you know, several thousand views. And in recent years, maybe not being consistent and due to other reasons, I can put out a video like this last one, and I think we might be at 350 views on it. Usually 350 views I would get in, you know, the first few hours, but we're on day 2 now, and it's just sitting at 350 views. So that's kind of interesting. I think the proliferation of videos on YouTube nowadays, I mean, there's just so many people doing off-grid and camping, and not that I'm here to compete or even interested in doing that, but it is interesting having been on YouTube for so long. It's definitely got more difficult to kind of filter up the chain or get views. Back in the day, you could find views. Now it's like the views don't want you. Unless, of course, you have a really attractive wife in yoga pants in front of your cabin on the thumbnail, then you get views. Do I sound like a grumpy old man? Or a lonely one? I don't know. Anyways. Yeah, if anybody's up for it, go and like the video and share it around the planet. That would help. Yeah. Anyways, where were we? Jason Allen, one of the most fierce thing on this earth is a mama bear protecting her cubs. Yeah, well, exactly, Jason. I mean, I've encountered bears up here many times over the years. No. We got Ranger here wanting to be part of the action. Yeah, I've encountered many bears over the years, and mostly black. Well, all black. I've come close to a grizz, but it was crossing the road like a couple hundred feet ahead of me. And I actually have seen a grizzly also at a distance and immediately left the area. But most of what we have is black bears around here. And there's one thing having a teenage bear on its own, but when you have mama and her cubs, you don't want to mess around. I think we all know that. That's why I was, not hanging around getting too much footage or trying to get any closer. That mama bear, moves infinitely faster than I possibly can, and I really don't want to shoot a bear. That's like not my shtick. I mean, if I have to, I will, but it's definitely not something I encourage. John Doe, OSB walls are a cool look. Forget grizzlies. OSB walls are a cool look. It's a new thing, John Doe, that I'm trying to bring in. It's actually not OSB. This is wallpaper that looks like OSB. Okay, guys? It's not OSB. I kind of tricked you there, John Doe. It's something I'm producing. I found a manufacturer in China, and I'm producing the OSB wallpaper. It's stick-on wallpaper. It's really easy to put on. It's how I entice the ladies. Not. Playing it safe is best. Yeah, family plan. Absolutely. Canada pretty strict on fishing licenses also, yeah. Well, I mean, this is just... I don't want to get into an argument with anybody, but... let's just say there's very little you can do nowadays without having some kind of license or permit. It's kind of ridiculous. Now, I understand the argument of, well, if you don't make people, if you don't control fishing in our rivers and lakes, then, somebody's going to do it commercially and take all the fish out of the rivers and all that. And, I understand that argument. And I think there's other ways around having to permit everybody for every single thing and license. I mean, it's just getting ridiculous. It never gets less. It only gets more. And I'll let my doggo out. Hang on. Outside now. It's my story and I'm sticking to it. John Doe, where's the affiliate link? John Doe, as you may or may not know, I'm probably the worst person when it comes to marketing myself or you know, shilling the channel. There's probably a lot more I could be doing, but the self-promotion thing I do struggle with somewhat. And on that note, guys, if you're at all able to help out or support this channel, by supporting this channel, you really are supporting me and allowing me to buy things like gasoline, chicken food, dog food, and the occasional organic 2-gallon organic milk for myself. I'm really shooting for ice cream next time. But please feel free to use the link in chat there, guys, if you're at all inclined to help me out up here and keep me going. And by keep me going, I mean literally keep me going. So there's a few of you guys that have helped out, and I really appreciate you guys. But anybody else is maybe sitting on the sidelines watching the stream and appreciating what I do or getting some kind of entertainment out of it, please feel free to support me by using that link. Or you could become a member. Check the description of this stream. In the description, you'll find a link to become a member, and that for like a small payment, it's like a cost of a coffee, like $2. I think I have 3 different options. You can actually become a member and support me. It'll be an automatic support, monthly support. See, I'm already uncomfortable having to shill myself, so I'll just shut up now. Thank you, guys. John of Grid Garage, I don't know if you saw or not, my other Facebook got suspended over something dumb. Saying hi to you, and there's Jonathan Rivers. John of Grid Garage, yeah, I'm not a fan of Facebook. You know, I do maintain a Facebook off-grid warrior page. And if you look at it, you'll see that I solely use it to post links or to notify people when I'm either going live or a new video is posted, and that is it. I don't comment, I don't partake. As a matter of fact, today when I went onto Facebook to, you know, put in a link of the stream, notify folks that I was going to be streaming, I got a whole bunch of notifications, you know, the little red dot notification. And I never pay attention to them. I usually just click on it to make the red dot go away. But I got a whole bunch of nonsense from absolute garbage entities. And then I got spammed some videos in the live feed that I wasn't scrolling on. It was just the first video there as I was putting in the link. You know, of some kind of ghetto music, hip-hop star artist and a music video, and I thought, why? I don't spend any time on this Facebook. I mean, clearly they don't know who I am or what I do, which is great. But you know, giving me hip-hop videos in a feed is just ridiculous. So that's the reason why I have zero to do, or one of the reasons I have zero to nothing to do with Facebook. So, yeah, there's probably better ways I could be promoting myself on the channel and all that, but I find that sort of stuff, it just doesn't sit well with me. Much to my demise. Miss Racy, you can put PayPal link on your channel Insta. your Instagram. Click to donate. I have a PayPal link on my main account. So Instagram, you're telling me on Instagram you can put a PayPal link. Yeah. I don't know, you know, there's a certain limit to kind of being. I mean, it's bad enough I have to put links in this chat. I don't want to make that my. I don't want you to have to deal with PayPal links and everything that I do. Instagram is kind of more suited just for folks enjoying photos and short videos. You know, I don't want to bombard people with any, online begging stuff. It's bad enough as it is already. Anyways, am I giving out too much information, folks? Doggo is barking. I'm going to let him in. Apologies. Go drink some water and lay down. Talking about some water, folks. I'm going to have to get some water. It is currently, I don't know if you can see this because the battery is failing. It's currently 84 degrees outside and 87 degrees inside. Joys. Need to get some water here. Be right back. I was thinking a couple days ago, I literally only have one cup, or have a camping cup as well, but this is a titanium camping mug, and it's the only mug I have here. I was thinking if I ever have more than one guest up here, they're going to have to drink out of a bottle or share a cup with me. How rude. Okay. I'm the cheapskate $2 one. Ha. Hey, John Doe, I appreciate you, mate. I only have like maybe 5 or 6 members. So it's not like I'm killing it, guys, but I'm going to try. Not to kill it, but, you know, be able to afford an extra tank of gas for the generator, for streaming. Okay. John of Regret. Yeah, how is something to make it harder to be self-sufficient? Yeah, you know, the whole self-sufficiency thing is definitely more challenging than some may think. Or maybe I was delusional in the beginning. That's possible. Buddy, no. Sit down. Stay. Poor guy's panting. He goes outside and he's hot, and he comes back inside and it's even hotter. Not Instagram, instant click. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Racy. Clearly I don't know what I'm talking about. Instant click. I'm not even sure what that is. Is that what I should look up? Instant click? I'll look it up after the stream. John Doe, I'm a web developer, yet I abhor social media. Lol. Don't do any of that. Yeah, I'm kind of in the you know, I've got no place to talk, but I do have some online existence of some sort. I managed to get away from it for like 4 years. Oh man, Ranger, hang on, guys. Yeah, I managed to stay away from it for about 4 years. I didn't have a phone, and those 4 years are pretty nice. Just for mental, emotional well-being. But it's really difficult to do any of what I'm kind of doing without doing some kind of marketing, online marketing, and I absolutely detest doing it. But you know, in a way, I have to dip my feet into it here and there, but I try to keep it at a minimum. I mean, I try to maintain some rules around being online and existing online or absorbing much of what's online. I fail pretty regularly, especially nowadays. There's just so much going on that I do every now and again cast an eye at it and take it in, and it never makes me feel great or good. And yet I'll find myself doing it again. Watching certain clips on. I'm talking about what's going on in Western civilization, and it never. I never leave watching it feeling great. So, it's like, why did I do this? But just staying honest. I mean, I could say that I don't watch anything, pay attention to anything, but I think it's prudent. You kind of have to know what's going on out in the world in order to, be preparing yourself or your loved ones, if need be. You kind of have to be in the know. I've attempted to not be in the know and absolutely ignore what's going on. But I had to do things like not have internet, not have a computer, not have a phone. That's the only way that works. Yeah, John Doe. I've kind of tinkered with web developing myself. I don't know if you've been in my website. I'm having some problems right now with the website. I wanted to do some private streams on my website for like a select few. Private streams. That sounds pretty bad. Nothing illicit or illegal, but I'm actually using Google Cloud. Cloud services as my web server, and I thought it would cost less, but after my free credits ran out, it started to cost me money, and I'm having some issues right now. So I'd like to get back onto a host, finding a web host, and being able to control like the SSL certificate and all that, because right now I don't have an SSL certificate on my website. And it's not ideal when visitors go and they get a warning that this website may not be safe. It scares a lot of people away. So the Google Cloud platform is not ideal place to host a WordPress website. You can do it, but it's not ideal. Anyways, I'm sorry, I probably lost a whole bunch of people there on that whole tech talk. I'm looking at the viewers right now. We lost half of the people as I started talking about web servers in Google Cloud. Anyways, I find that sort of stuff and I've said this before. As much as I like getting out into the woods and the grind and survival of getting through this in winter, and the peace and tranquility that it gives me, peace and joy. There's certain things that my brain likes a certain kind of activity or stimulation, and I find, unfortunately, sometimes web development and solving some issues, coding, and some other things around technology gets a certain part of my brain, gives it some joy. Maybe I need to take up playing chess with myself, or get one of those old chess computers, and I could stimulate my brain that way. There's a lot. I'm not saying this to kind of make myself look special at all in any way. I might be special in the sense of short yellow bus, but there's a certain type of personality that's required to kind of live on a mountain on your own. Clearly, it's not for everybody. And as much as I enjoy it, there are, let's just say, some first world things that I do find stimulating. Yeah, John Doe, I hear you. I won't get too much into that topic here. I don't think everybody wants to hear it, but maybe we can have a chat sometime. I'm having a problem with the SSL search on my site right now, and just the Google Cloud platform it's just not ideal. The steps to even install an SL cert took me some time to even figure it out. Anyways, my brain just started spinning. Lol. Kevin, nothing severe so far. Did I miss nothing severe so far? What were you referring to, Kevin? Miss Racy speaks. It got severe. Oh, you guys talking to yourself there? Am I missing some chat? Tien Outdoors. What's up from the Appalachian Mountains of Northeast Tennessee, Off-Grid Warrior? Tien Outdoors. I would really like to visit your part of the world at some point. Northeast Tennessee, Appalachian Mountains. It's on my bucket list. I want to do it. But to answer your question, Tien Outdoors, all is good. We're things are heating up here in the mountain. It's getting warm. The ticks are out, and we're just trying to get from one day to another. Living the dream up here in the mountain. Good to see you. I haven't seen your name. I do recognize your name. Haven't seen you for a while. But thanks for stopping in. John Doe, yeah, I can fix that, but should be free on a good host. Copy. Maybe, I don't know, if you can get onto my site, go to the contact form and drop me a message on the contact form, offgridwarrior.com/contact. Should still be working. If you want to, if you're up for it, just let me know your details, give me an email, and we can maybe chat back and forth on that one. But I really need to get onto a host. I don't want to be paying. It looks like it's going to be costing me $25 a month, which is when I started, it was free because they gave a Google Smart. Oh, we'll give you $300 worth of credit. And I do the math and I think, wow, that's like over a year of web hosting. And then as soon as you start finding out, you get all the things you need to do on their server platform, and it all starts adding up. Everything's like $1 here, $2 there. This will cost you $5. This size hard drive, this size memory on your server, and all of a sudden, and then the $300 worth of credits only good for 3 months. You have to use it within 3 months. So, but they weren't clear about that. So I did all this work to get my website up and running on the Google Cloud platform, and it's like, okay. That's not very off-grid, woodsy, hammock camping chat, John Doe. Miss Racy speaks, OGW, you probably can visit us if you come down this way. Well, careful making an offer like that. I may take you up on that. As soon as I can figure out how to gas up my vehicle, put enough gas in my vehicle to get down there, get moving around the country. It's existence is literally I exist stream to stream. 1 5-gallon gas container at a time. So we got to fix that before I go anywhere. Like I said last stream, I'm definitely craving a road trip or to go somewhere. I desperately need to some variation in my life right now, away from the cabin. I don't mean that in a negative way. I just need a break. Having come out of winter and still not really left to go anywhere for a break. I'm ready. I'm definitely ready. Tien Outdoors, like the camping video. Well, thank you, Tien Outdoors. I appreciate that. Today we actually watched the full version. The camping video that I put out was 22 minutes long, but I had a 50-minute version of it, which we just got done watching through the stream here. So again, I apologize to everybody who already watched that video and then had to watch 50 minutes of it, but it's the only content I had for this week. But thank you, Tea and Outdoors. I appreciate that, man. Glad you enjoyed it. Miss Racy Speaks, we would like to have you visit. We enjoy your online company. Well, I appreciate that, Miss Racy. I'll keep that in mind. It's good to have a network of friends around that you can pop in and visit. There's a time in my life where I traveled all the time. Well, I traveled for a living. I was always on the go. I gotta let Ranger in. I don't know if you guys can hear him. He's whining. Buddy, you're not missing anything in here, I promise you. I'm not actually anyone. Yeah, Ranger needs to go for a run. He's panting. Poor guy. Anyways, I forgot what I was saying here. Yeah, there's a time when I traveled for a living. I've been, well, pretty much been all over on all the main continents, many countries. I used to fly pretty regularly, even though I'm not a fan of flying. I've always said I'd rather sail across the Atlantic on a small sailboat than get on a plane. I feel safer on a small sailboat crossing the Atlantic than I do an airplane. And I think it's all about control. I feel like if I'm on a sailboat and there's a storm, there's certain things I can do to prolong my life. I mean, you have life rafts, or you should have life rafts, life jackets. You have a lot of preparation and gear that goes into surviving a storm or being capsized, launching the life raft. I've had a lot of training. And so I've always felt that at least I have some kind of control out in the ocean on a boat or a sailboat. But when you're in aircraft, when you're in a commercial airliner, and you start to go down over the ocean, I don't want to sound like a pessimist, folks, but it's kind of over. There's nothing you can do. You know, put your seat trays up and you know, don your life jackets with whistles. Doesn't do much for you when you're hurtling down into the ocean on a massive Boeing airliner. Yeah, we cover all the topics on anybody new to the stream. We cover all sorts of topics on the stream. Anyways, I used to travel a lot in all kinds of ways all the time. So I've had a lot of contentment being up here, but I'm ready for some kind of just something. Tomahawk, you're always welcome here at our home. Well, thank you, Tomahawk, mate. You've been very good to the channel and me. Thank you. It'd be great to come and visit you. Anyways, and likewise, you know, if you're a regular and you've helped out on this channel, I'm gonna say you're welcome here too. Just don't just show up though. Reach out to me. We can chat. I'm not as friendly as I may be online. There are moments that I'm not so friendly. True story. So let me know. Let me know if you're coming. Okay, where am I? Ranger, buddy, can you get out? Stop now. Okay. Contact form submitted. Kids being noisy. Yeah. Okay, John Doe. John Alfred Garage, if I can get all the hardship I am, how much can I help you out later? Please send you a Facebook message for link. John Alfred Garage, trying to understand your message there. If you, I don't know, are you asking me how to get hold of me. I try to limit interactions on Facebook. Tomahawk, correction, you and Ranger are both welcome here. Tomahawk, I don't know if you want Ranger around. I really don't know. He's a handful. He's a handful. If I had known at the beginning of this journey, when I thought it would be a good idea to get a what's commonly known as a bird dog or a hunting dog, a hound. If I had known better what I was getting into, having had no experience with having a hound, I would have perhaps. Sorry, buddy, you've heard me say this before, but I may have gone with a different breed. No, I would have gone with a different breed. I love old Doggo here, but there's certain aspects of his breed that make him not ideal for travel. John of Grid Garage, sorry, my speech type is messing up bad now. Hey, John of Grid Garage, mate, I totally understand. I know, I understand your situation, so you no need to apologize or even explain it. I understand. I'm going to do my best to read your messages. If we struggle, you just send them again. We'll figure it out. I'll get the message eventually. We're trying to get tiny house set up maybe for homesteaders to visit. Yeah, that's a great idea. I know some folks that have set up small tiny homes for folks, and you know they managed to make a a nice little income or extra income on the sideline, having something like that. So good luck with that. I think it's a good idea. Family plan, no worries, John. Okay. 10 Outdoors, are you former military? 10 Outdoors, once upon a time, sir. Once upon a time. Mr. Gas, you are welcome to come visit. Mate, with all these invites, we're going to have to create a map and figure out how I'm going to do it all. But yeah, thank you, Gas. I appreciate everybody, offering me that. I would... if I can figure out how to do a little trip here, and just if things could align, I would love to. I need to do something. Oh, Ranger, I'm gonna have to turn the mic off and maybe deal with Ranger. Sometimes he only he only behaves with a little bit of strong verbal interaction, but we won't do that now. Go outside. Yes, bring Ranger with you. Thanks, Miss Racy. John of Garage. Maybe later on when I get out of the hardship I'm in, maybe he can help you out later. Yeah. Well, thank you, John of Garage. I appreciate the offer, sir. Just stay in touch. Stay in touch. John Doe, Ranger's great spitting image of my old dog. Yeah, well, what did you have? Did you have what breed was your dog? I know a lot of people think he looks like a Rottweiler mix. I've had a couple people tell me that they feel he's mixed with Rottweiler, but I was assured when I purchased him, and I saw the parents and I saw his siblings. He came out of a fairly large group of pups, and his parents were both blonde curs, blonde-haired curs, and most of the puppies were all blonde, and then there were like 4 or 5 of the pups that were black and had his exact same coloring. And I kind of watched this group of pups. I think there might have been, was it like 14, 15? It was a big group of pups that this mama dog had, and I watched these pups for a couple hours, and Ranger seemed to be the most independent one. He wanted nothing to do with any of the other pups and was off doing his own thing, and that's how I picked him. But Yeah, these blackmouth curs and hunting dogs or hounds in general, they are have special needs. Miss Racy speaks. John Off-Grid is trying to say he's going to help you out once hardship is out of the way. Send you monies. Miss Racy, hey, John Off-Grid, mate, you, look, I appreciate your sentiments, sir. You know, best thing we can do is take care of ourselves and our family if you have them. You know, you take care of you and your family and your loved ones, and that's the best we can all do. So I thank you, mate. I know there's a lot of folks out there, you know, having struggles. I mean, this is just where we're at now. Not, you know, I understand that. I'm glad there's folks just watching and we're able to communicate this way, and I can have interactions. I mean, I could just be posting these videos as standalone videos and just walk away from it, but I get more enjoyment out of streaming and interacting than just dumping videos. Now, that's I mean, if I just if I was just focused on the finance aspect of YouTube or being on YouTube, I would solely just focus on pushing out videos, would be my primary, and then once in a while maybe if even do streams. I could potentially have a better income. By income, I mean I'm talking about pocket money, guys, just doing videos. But I personally get more enjoyment out of this interaction. So, I mean, just doing streams could be harming, could be one of the reasons why my video is not performing well now, because most people think I'm streaming, and actually most folks don't want anything to do with streaming. They don't have the time or aren't interested in watching streamers. So I think, you know, because I'm putting out more streams and videos, some folks, I can see that subscribers, I lose subscribers all the time. I don't gain subscribers. So something's clearly going on. But for now, my contact with the outside world and some income comes from streams, and I'm quite happy with that. Now, I'd be lying if I said I could solely exist just on this, you know, the way I've been streaming. I need to figure something else out in addition, so to survive. I feel like winter's around the corner again. I know, we just got out of winter. I'm already thinking about it. But John Off-Grid Garage, man, I just appreciate you being here. And, you know, hopefully you just continue to hang out. Don't worry about helping out. Okay. Yep, my dog disappeared multiple times, came back from foam down his side from running so long. Oh, yeah. I've had a few times where rangers come back looking just sweating and just dripping and absolutely exhausted, panting, and, you know, gone all day long. It's a problem out here because, you know, we do have coyotes is something I have a lot of up here, and a lone dog on his own encountering a pack of coyotes is not going to last long. John Off-Grid Garage, have a video of it on my channel. Has a picture of a charge controller. John Off-Grid Garage, I think you've maybe left a link before of your channel. I think I may have checked it out. Did you have some solar panels on a deck? Send me the link to your channel again, John Off-Grid Garage. And I'll check it out. That's what a tiny house is parked right now. Video of it. Okay. Yeah, John Off-Grid Garage. Is that the name of your channel, John Off-Grid Garage? Just let me know in chat here, and I'll check it out after the stream. John Doe, we never knew exactly the breed. Gotcha. Mr. Gasgas, I've had 4 or 5 Rotties and don't see any Rottie in him. Mr. Gasgas, that's so weird, because I had somebody who was adamant about him potentially having Rottie mix in him. Now, I can see the coloring on him. He has the brown spots which Rottweilers will sometimes have, but and being black. But I had somebody who appeared to have a lot of experience with dogs who told me that they feel it's a good chance he has a Rottweiler in him. So, anyways, I've never had a Rottweiler. I'm very familiar with him. I did grow up with neighbors having Rottweilers. They're pretty common in South Africa in the early years. German Shepherds were the most common dog. I'm a big fan of German Shepherds. My problem is the long-haired dogs in a small space in a cabin. Call me nitpicky, but sometimes long-haired dogs in a small space can be a bit of a challenge. Also in summer, the challenge. Of course, there's advantages in winter having the long hair. I don't know. I think should it happen next time, and Ranger's outside, so I can actually talk about him now. But I think I'd be looking for a breed that's more prone to staying with me, not being a runner and into disappearing, and solely living on its nose being its boss. That's the problem with hounds. Although a hound does have a brain, its second brain is its nose. Like literally, its nose will tell it what to do. So that's the problem with Ranger. And so I think the next breed would be, I would like something that's got confidence living in the woods, but the ability to not always be following a scent somewhere. Also, the vehicle traveling with Ranger in a pickup truck or a van is a real challenge. I have at times considered choking him out whilst traveling with him. I'm joking, guys, but you know what I mean. He will whine for hours and hours and hours at a time in a vehicle. Pace and want to be up front and just not settle down for hours. And it's quite annoying driving like that. As I say that, he starts to bark outside. I've tried to look and see if you're live on the weekends. Yeah, I mean, John Off-Grid Garage, I'm trying to shoot for a regular stream. I think folks could probably appreciate it if I was a little more regular with streams on the same day at the same time. Then people can plan their lives. I know it may be difficult at times, but I'm going to try and shoot to be, regular. And I think the Saturdays or the Sundays may turn to Saturdays as soon as I can sort of afford to have gas in the van to get to church on Sundays. I would like to be at church on Sundays. Church for me involves driving to another state. It's like a 2-hour drive. It's an all-day event for me to get to church and back, just because at least at my church, we spend hours after service just hanging out and talking. There's some great conversations. And so it's an all-day event for me, but it requires me, having gas to even get to church. So I think when we get to that point, these streams you'll probably be seeing them on a Saturday afternoon as opposed to a Sunday. That would be the ultimate goal. I'm gonna let Ranger in again. Okay, well, I'm gonna get through some more chats over here. I think we're probably gonna start winding down. I mean, not immediately, but we've got some good questions here. I'll keep on going. Mr. Gasgas, have you had any luck with a job? No, I haven't. I thought I had something there for a hot second, and then I didn't. So it didn't pan out. And right now I'm sitting. I was able to get some gas in my vehicle after the last stream. I did have some folks who were kind enough to send some donations on the last stream, and I was able to get to town, take care of a few things, get some gas, but I very quickly found myself with half a gas tank again, and so You know, when I move, because I'm so far from everything, if I move or go anywhere, I'm already gobbling up half a tank of gas just to get to town. Not quite, but to town and back is, you know, I can say goodbye to almost half a tank of gas. So when I'm sitting up here and I have half a tank of gas, I'm very careful about thinking about where I go and what I do. I'm not sure why I'm on this topic again, but anyways. Tomahawk. Yeah, so I think I was thinking about work and so on. It's always a concern. If I get something, I need to be able to get there and then somehow get payment, which will allow me to gas up the vehicle to get back to the job. It's an interesting conundrum to have. Okay, Tomahawk. The card I'm sending you is a picture of Van Gogh painting that you could hang on your wall and spruce things up a bit. Well, what are you saying, Tomahawk? Does my place need sprucing up? Do you not enjoy this beautiful OSB wallpaper that I've lovingly installed onto my walls? You look at the beautiful Orthodox art that we have here. Because there's not much light here. We're losing light, guys. Look at my pictures you can't see. Let's see if I can crank it up a little bit here. We might have to turn a light on. We don't want to get too high on the ISO here. It gets grainy. Let's put a light on since I have a generator running. Here's the power. Hey, Ranger. Stop. Yeah, I think tomorrow... Stop, Ranger. Tomorrow may be laundry day. Was I talking about something that I just forgot? I apologize, guys. Ranger, stop. Stop. No. Yeah, so what are you saying? Can you not see my beautiful art, Tomahawk? I mean, look at that. I don't need to spruce anything up here. Actually, I would be extremely embarrassed, Tomahawk, if I had to flip the camera around now. This is the only corner of the cabin. My 6 by 12 and another 6 by 12 cabin. This is the only area that I'm comfortable letting the public see. Not because there's dead bodies hanging in the rest of the cabin, guys, but I am so jam-packed in here right now. I'm actually in a crisis. I think I need a feminine quality. No, let me be careful what I say now. I don't want this taken the wrong way. I think I need a female touch in here. That also sounds a little strange. I need some kind of a different energy other than my male energy in this cabin. It needs some caressing, let's just say. And I need to figure out where to put all this stuff. I mean, I am literally looking at chaos. Now, I'm not saying it's dirty or anything like that. It's just I've got so much stuff in here. Totes, buckets, bags, backpacks, jackets. I'm running out of space. So you took me off on a tangent over there, Tomahawk, so thank you. But yes, I will take more art. Van Gogh sounds great. Wait, hang on. Was that Van Gogh missing his ear? I'll send you a picture of Van Gogh painting that you can hang on your wall. Is that the one? Is that the self-portrait of him missing an ear? That would be funny. Okay. Thank you, Tomahawk. John Offgrid Garage. I wouldn't charge you to visit. Thanks, John Offgrid Garage, man. Let's definitely stay in touch. Hopefully you get your little setup there. Did you drop your Sorry, John of Crit Garage, did you drop your link into your channel? Actually, links don't work if you drop them into chat, but what is the name of your channel? Type it out and I'll go visit. Is it your name? Kevin, let him bark a little. Gotcha. Oh, behind on chat here. Mrs. Rivers is made up on YouTube at the restaurant called Golden Corral House of Homesteading and Golden Corral House of Homesteading Conference. I mean, that sounds like a hilarious channel name if that in fact is what it is. Golden Corral House of Homesteading Conference. Okay, you're gonna have to clarify on that one. Tomahawk, lol. Miss Racy speaks. What kind of church you go to? If you're ever down here, probably you can find a church you can go to. Just a suggestion. That's all. Well, Miss Racy, I am Orthodox Christian. So you know, I typically look for an Orthodox church. I'm not militant, clearly, but I am Orthodox, and you know, that's having spent a lifetime. I've been looking at churches, and I'd say it was only in my late 30s that I started to actually pay attention to theology and doctrine. And at the time, I was still searching, looking into everything. I've done everything and investigated everything from, you know, from the Mormons, the Seventh-day Adventists, to Anglican. I've done Methodist briefly, Catholic. I've even been to a few what I call happy clappies, the people, you know, who jump around and, you know, babble in tongues and act weird. I've investigated them all, and some of them extensively. Baptist, Southern Baptist, Independent Baptist. The Baptists can be really quite confusing. Every single Baptist says that they've got it right, but then they'll tell you not to go to those Baptists, stay with these Baptists. So it got very confusing for me, having spent many years looking into it and trying to figure it all out. And it was only after walking into an Orthodox church, well, to be honest with you, the first few times in an Orthodox church were quite scary, primarily because of what I'd been told by a Baptist friend of mine, that, you know, Orthodox worship dead people, they kiss pictures, and, you know, all this stuff. This coming from somebody who had never even stepped into an Orthodox church. But so I had all these preconceived notions about what Orthodoxy was, and, you know, how evil some of this stuff was that they did. So, but I try to keep an open mind. So the first few times was quite concerning, because I had these preconceived understandings. But I'm thinking I don't really want the stream to go into a which denomination is best, but just for me, in the end, to cut a long story short, in the end, I stuck through it, and some things became very apparent to me, which have now led me to, you know, finally being one thing. What, Ranger? Hang on, I'll get a Ranger out. Stay out there. Enough. Try to get a little more harsh with Ranger there. You know, there's a lot of confusion out there, and I sure was confused for many years. I mean, I even bought the books from, you know, the mega church guys. You know, those guys with the perfect teeth, and they always wear like $1,000 suit, perfect teeth, perfect hair, perfect wife, up on a stage in a stadium. You know, I even bought books from those lunatics. So I've done a lot of investigating, and it was only in Orthodoxy, after discovering Orthodoxy and putting in some time, that I realized, man, I've been wasting the last 20 years of my life trying to figure out all these other guys. So, Miss Racy, that's a long answer to your question there. I'll end with that. I don't want to go don't want to get too in the weeds on that one. I'm not a professional. Family plan, wood grains and icons decor. Yeah. That's exactly the look I'm going for here, family plan. Wood grain. I'm going for the traditional wood grain look with traditional icons. That's how we roll up here. Oh boy. That's another thing. I'm pretty confident that these streams, when people discover or stumble onto this stream, I'm fairly confident that many, I don't have exact numbers on this, guys, it's just kind of a feeling. I feel that some people will see in the background something like this or something like that, and they probably click away immediately, and that's fine with me. There's a lot of things I probably shouldn't do or talk about or say on streams, or you know, I can't let the public control who I am. Anyways, we're going into the weeds here, I feel. Kevin, I used to call my living area an organized mess. Yeah. Mine is an organized mess. Yeah, I could maybe use that. I'm trying to think of something else other than mess, but yeah. I mean, I just had something come to mind, guys. I don't know if I should get into it. But the inside of my cabin doesn't look like the inside of some other guy's cabin who's quite famous. You know, another guy who actually lived in a cabin not far from me. Lived in a cabin out in the woods, and was a brilliant thinker, but just didn't make the best decisions. Anyways, the inside of his cabin looked pretty scary. So mine doesn't look scary. It's actually quite clean, and it's just jam-packed with stuff. Okay, I'll move on. Kevin, I used to call my... Okay, I got that one. Try drinking Bud Light beer. That should help you get in touch with your female side. Negative, Mr. Gas. Negative. I haven't drank alcohol for 8.5 years. Not a drop of liquor for 8.5 years. But yeah, I mean, if I was going to start drinking again, I mean, it wouldn't be Bud Light. But I'm not going to be drinking ever again. Right, where are we? John Off-Grid Garage. I hope I don't have to have a ranch to share the link. I hope I don't have to have a ranch to share the link. Not sure what you mean there, John Off-Grid. Family plan, laughing. If some of you don't know who I'm talking about, it's Ted Kaczynski, right? Ted Kaczynski is the guy I'm talking about who also lived in Montana in the woods and had a tiny little cabin. But if you look him up and look at what the inside of his cabin looked like, that is not my place. Okay, where are we? Miss Racy speaks. John needs to be a moderator to drop links. I don't even know how to make somebody a moderator. Let me see. Hey, John, I'm going to make you a moderator. You the first ever moderator of the channel. Much power in this. I've never done this before, so I'm going to add you as moderator, put your link in, and then I'll probably remove you as moderator just for everybody's safety. I'm gonna put you in as a standard moderator. John Offgrid Garage is now a moderator, guys, so don't upset him. Okay, John Offgrid, you let me know if you can put your link in now. Anyways, where were we? John Offgrid Garage, I was saying we used to meet up with homesteaders. Okay. Yeah. Knowing like-minded people, hanging out with your tribe, with your clan is I think a good place to be. We meet some homesteaders at the restaurant Golden Corral. They're all awesome people. Okay, I got you. Now that makes sense. Sorry if I'm a little delayed on chat here. Okay, I got the Golden Corral thing now. Message retracted. Miss Racy speaks. I did a Google search and there is a local Orthodox church near me. Sweet. Oh, keep that in mind. My channel name is John Offgrid Garage. Okay, gotcha. Okay, everybody. John Offgrid Garage, there's his link to his channel. I'm going to pop it up and just have it in the background. Sweet. Okay, guys, go visit John Offgrid Garage, all right? If you can, support him, help him out. Definitely thumbs up all his videos. I'll do that myself later on, Offgrid. As long as you're not some weirdo and there's like dancing ladies on your channel, I think we're good. Family plan, congrats, John. No worries. I've been a fan many years since you were building your cabin. Okay, awesome. Thank you, John Offgrid. Okay, guys. Well, I think we're going to call it a night. I see some viewers dropping off over here, and I'm feeling a little pooped, and I think I need to get Ranger out for a run. We still have quite a bit of light out here. I'm guessing, I don't know, maybe at least a good couple hours of light still left. So I think we're going to call it a stream, and I want to thank everybody for hanging out. Thank you for all the questions, and thank you for keeping me rolling. I know I say this often, but I couldn't do these streams without you guys asking questions and interacting with me. I kind of depend on that. Contrary to popular belief, I'm not a big talker. The only time I'm a big talker is when I'm with people that are capable of good conversation. Usually I just sit on the sidelines. If I'm around people, I sit on the sidelines and watch. So thank you guys for keeping me rolling. And gals. Tomahawk, good night to you all. Have a good week. Tomahawk, thank you, sir, for hanging out. Hope all is well. Hopefully the mouth surgery is, you're out of that and things are looking good for you. So, see ya. Miss Racy speaks. Yes, we've been to a big homestead conference, learned so many things. Okay, Miss Racy speaks. I gotcha. I understand the earlier comment. Family Plan, good night, OGW and crew. Thank you, Family Plan. I appreciate you hanging out as usual. Thank you. Kevin, thanks for the live stream. Be safe till next time. Thank you, Kevin. Good luck to you and getting out there, getting on the road. And hopefully you have a good trip out there in the woods. Stay safe. Good night, OGW, and to all the great people here. Thank you, Mr. Gas. I appreciate you as well, and hopefully you have a good one. Kevin, good night, everybody. Tianatos, don't get captured. Night. There'll be no capturing around here for sure. As Tracy speaks, good night, everyone. Okay, guys, thank you. Have a good week ahead, and we'll see you next week. Hopefully, who knows what I'll have for you, but we'll have something. And if for some reason I'm not streaming something, it might be an internet issue or something like that. But we're shooting for next week. I'll let you guys know beforehand. Cheers.